A ver.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity, that a survivor. Forced out from underground. Sometimes you just need a drink. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines.
What? A 40? What? What? That is it.
He sets foot inside one of Zelandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
And at least
more squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Fuck.
The gates are too afraid to budge while security.
I hate when the fucking squirt fuck that kill of the 2 towers. I fuck that. I hate it a lot.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why.
I don't know why.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity, that a survivor. No man, it's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Sometimes you just need a drink. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
I'm a happy runner.
A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Now 43 is not bad, but could be better to take 141.
He sets foot inside one of Zelandia's famous watering
fucking crazy.
Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call.
Man, 24.
More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Them windbags are playing for keeps. He gets a good look at things on his way down.
That is my impression of that time.
He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Good news is the emergency defense is still working. Bad news is they're aiming for the
What the fuck do you have? Seriously, man?
He finds the distillery right
Bueno, la
next
verdad,
to
si
the
nadie que me dé
arsenal.
conversación, esto es algo
Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. The arsenal is where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Y no me apetece
Some of them
resetear.
squirts bursting like crazy in a
Voy a
couple
seguir
of
adelante,
minutes.
aunque sepa que
An
no voy a
old
hacer.
ferry barge
Me
sends
da
the kid
igual.
on his way. The Bastion's
I
real
don't
close
care.
now.
Oops. There. It's not that baby. Fine, así que... Second.
He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Well, down he goes. Down toward the Bastion. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
10 seconds, Nally.
Kid ponders what to build. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him.
What? 7-9.
Now he lands at the
10 seconds
intersection
lost.
between bad and wrong.
Could be worse than the other ways.
Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one?
Today is not
And
my
there
day.
it is. But it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman is keeping his fellas in check. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to follow.
Seriously, man.
Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this
Seriously,
hole.
man.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply. Where whiskey has no scent, but tastes like a pepper boot heel. It's not for everyone.
It's a comfortable lost.
In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow.
Cogí the fucking
All
mines
Kid can
too
do is wait.
fast.
Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard he popped that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30. Hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. thing's for sure. That cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. Moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. Give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Maybe I need to safe.
I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
And what a goal.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. But Calamity changed everything. Even when the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. Who else could have taken the core? Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time.
Nice, nice.
Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity? So we didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
What? Lost! But if I remember in the PVs, fucking horrible.
The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees a plane, frozen faces all around. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. It was someone like him. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. The Thunder Brothers didn't make it. Nor did the Bird Boy. Didn't make it. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? But him, he survived. What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid has no clue, but he says this. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Celandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time. The cores.
Yes!
Remember, that's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Can't be too careful these days. Well, look what we have here. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
My save, man. Because that city, what I live there.
There's only one way to Cinder Brick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The calamity was mercy for normal folks. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Not a scratch on him as he presses on to higher ground. Kid's stash of grenades is there for him if things get even worse. Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinder.
In the next cutscene, I go to close the door. Because I left it open.
Kid shows up just as Zolf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this.
That safe.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here, pay their respects to Pith, Bull. Well, the gods are long gone now. And the Orchard Core, it's long gone too. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being a decoration. Pith makes a decent scarecrow at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Must have been guarding that shrine. Popping windbags is hard enough. No need to get the gods involved. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
Nice.
The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off. Riverbanks swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. She sent some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns.
Now, I get it. Nice.
Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick. They try to cut her off.
Nice.
They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out.
Espera, tengo una idea. Tú, ven aquí. Ven.
Well, Weeping Nellie tries harder.
Oh.
Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors.
Fuck, I fall in there.
At least she picked a good spot for a break, because the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Finds Weeping Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special
I have an idea here. Maybe I could save 4 seconds, 10 seconds. In other day I
Rest of us only wish
want
we
to
could fly
wait
around.
and make a proof. If you can do what I think you can do. It worked. it's a nice save.
Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side.
Nice.
Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
Could be a PP.
Windbags get an even better idea. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of St. London privateer. They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nelly. She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nelly gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in the Pecker country. They want that core real bad. Seems the Calamity ain't hurt Pecker's appetites. Kid shoes him off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times Kid nearly fell off the barge back there? About 7 times. Now, listen close. You should remember this name.
Time to save.
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't. There the kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while. How's it go again? Yeah, that's the one.
Fuck. My own escape. And I fail the first try. It's hard to have a first try in that skip, in that clip, but the second save, not a second, but close to one.
We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow or her again.
Some more tea.
We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find. Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either. We tracked the final core beyond the city to the wild.
Nice, nice, safe.
The wild unknown.
Oh, the clips. First try is that the last.
So raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it.
I don't know if someone.
Kid learned the hard way.
Me a retweet. Maybe, probably.
Pecker's got the core, like they were building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. They shouldn't have let their guard down. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another.
Nice.
Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight. And
nice, I will two-legged
animals. After all, he's got the final core.
If I don't fuck up in so many times,
well, no,
I get a new PV.
Kid knows something's up, but we ain't there to give a warm welcome.
The pipe escape.
Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The Calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
Nice.
Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zolf. Zolf's banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put her back together. The shards.
Nice! Nice! No debe de run, pero
after Zolf's little episode,
it's still a nice run. Solid run.
First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? But the shards can make it better.
Fuck!
They're like smaller doses of the core
No problem.
medicine.
You can save that that
Shame
fall
the only place to fill that
in this
prescription
stage.
is out here in the wild.
Please don't fuck up.
This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good. Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
No slow, man. Nice.
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. Let us
Nice.
No man. The lonesome ghost of a gas fella. I'm Zolf of Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Did anybody else survive? Beggars, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, pineapples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. Kid sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. The security is just gonna have to straight. Kid succeeds.
Nice.
Calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Romney, the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start
At the beginning.
It's so simple in this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend.
Nice fall.
His friend.
Nice fall.
Too. He sees what's left undone.
Nice Jason Bog. A very nice Jason Bog. I still need to finish the stage, but there is a nice Jason Bog. I need to kill the final boss of the stage. Only one, and I have a nice
Thought we
save.
lost him, but he finally comes to.
Shit. Forget
The
the fucking
shard
core.
ain't lost either. Not anymore.
It's like a fall.
Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Ever heard of the lung blossom? Bootlickers stick their nasty thorns into its heels. Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow. Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it.
Nice.
A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
Nice. That gold.
Ankle gators used to roam
Place
the
aggregator.
wilds, and they nested at Opus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of the shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. Want to know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait. The shard sitting in plain view. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushes. Kid's done.
Nice, Roth, that's like one. Nice. Go for Caldron.
Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what?
It's worth it.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Not a gold, but I have a safe. A little safe, but a safe.
Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words.
Point Lemaine.
If the wild could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
What the fuck? Thanks, man.
Whole place shudders and
Fuck.
fit.
1 second. 30 seconds at
The
least.
Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand Rail's all grown over with things with Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Of course, the Grand Rails seem much more fighting in bygone times. It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura Caelondian War. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. That was bad. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While choking on swamp weed? While peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. But then, at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp.
I'm so nervous.
Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower, pincushion, mind you. At first he thinks it's Zolf. This is for you, says the man. Then wham.
Wow.
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard.
You took that note.
And you took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
The fall.
Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here, but we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. Place as inhospitable as they come. After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, we saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Jocelyn Bar. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. With a good spyglass, you can still see the
I hate when you fall for some reason, randomly. You fall there.
He comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Another save.
Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down, quick and clean. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game. Not just ours. We just really need their shot.
Nice. Nice, Monsan. The better I have.
We'll all be better off once the bastion is complete.
Incoming. For
the
logic.
Monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. You need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Got the split. 2 seconds. Nice.
Imagine everything you need to build a city like Zealandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone Quarry. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap.
Ah, fuck. I fucked it up.
Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nested in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life,
what the fuck? What happened there? What happened there again?
Remember things. Rattletails kept
Don't worry.
Snack on windbags. Now why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen, the largest ones, you know as cores. Remember how I said Rattletails ain't the worst thing in
nice.
the quarry? We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin.
Sir Lunky.
Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. Are you alright? It says.
I lost there 6 seconds maybe.
About to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will. Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. The Ura think they got him. They're wrong. No way out of this. Not without a fight. Well, it's all more than...
Only one.
The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends.
No! 9 seconds! Wow! That falls.
One last shard.
3, 4, 3, 9.
Put this mess behind us.
I'm a fucking hilly
And
puertas.
what a mess it is.
And
Like
no, please, no.
made by hand.
By
Those
other
of
sec
Calamity
3 seconds, man.
And he's right.
You are fucking stupid, man.
At the heart of
This
the
is
Calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go
Stage.
to war again. Wanted
And
to
you
move
have to
out.
fall, man.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people. It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though, there's someone we figured needed rescuing.
Zia.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Fuck! That's safe. I'm fucking in the last splits.
Well,
Like
now
always,
it's
man.
personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. The Calamity did something wrong with some of them rocks. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. They even sipped their little rattletail heads on the kid. By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. It's not the time
What?
to get reckless.
Why?
The Ura keep hanging on to their barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Yes, our people caused the Calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
Fuck. Maybe 10 seconds. If I do the final level in,
You had to
nice.
see
I
if
have a
everything
if not,
Zolf wrote to you was true.
fuck it.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf,
Oh,
it'll all
a
be
little
over.
safe. At least.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be alright. The Calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. All his old friends and family were there. You know what's funny? Look around. There's not much left to do here at Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories and pass the time, right? When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. Problem is, we'll all be gone. Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. You'll be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. You follow me? Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? I guess there's nothing more to say. Who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it, so you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is...
I don't know. A new PB, if I don't fuck in the final. Only all I can do is go straight, go fine, and take it to PB.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright, I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. The weight of the calamity, it's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here. That way, all of us could leave the city together. You know, Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura, all they want now is to see the Bastion fall. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid. For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. It ain't a simple matter of pride either. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Hello, hola, quien me esté viendo. Welcome to APB.
Kid saves Zolf once, but I don't think he make the same
For
mistake.
logic is APB.
I wouldn't. Don't you worry though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city
And
thing,
maybe a sub 49. If I had a sub 49, I'm so happy.
result by now. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
Only 2 seconds. Oh. It's a gold split. It's nice. It's not a sub 49.
Hey kid.
But a nice PB. If I don't fuck.
Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I said get up. That's more like it. Now,
nice.
Set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see.
Wow. Oh, el récord está en 47.32, ¿no?
To the heart of the Bastion.
Ahora cuánto estoy.
I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid.
49.15. 49.15.
Oh, mother.
I ain't going to whatever.
Here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself. But instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea. But carrying on with you here, we can't go back no more. But I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look in their faces when we dock this thing right on that doorstep.
For today, suficiente. Yes, nice save. 29, 15. Nice! Thanks for watching the PB in the speedrun.com.
I'm gonna need a first mate.
I'm proud, open up for me.
What do you say?
It's nice. Nice time. Could be much better in all the ways, but it's another 21 seconds less. Nice. Exit. 2-1.